How to find cash buyers in seconds in your wholesaling business. Guys, it's Rick again. In today's video, I'm going to break down 4 of the simplest, fastest ways that you can find cash buyers for your deal, even if you haven't got your first deal or you have a deal under contract right now. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So let's start with the easiest ways. One of the easiest ways is to just find for rent signs. Now, when I started out doing this back in 2003, I just looked for physical for rent signs. It still works. If there's a property out with a for rent sign, that means a landlord owns it, and they're always looking for more great deals, especially in the neighborhood where they already have rentals. These people have cash. They know how to buy. You just got to deliver the products. Now, if you find a bunch of for rent signs in an area, that's a great place to start looking for deals. Why not reach out to these cash buyers and set them up? Go ahead and vet them. Make sure they're buying at the right prices in that area and they have cash ready to go. Your job is to go out and find them a deal. But don't stop there. For rent signs are now, a lot of them are digital. You can go online, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, you can go on Craigslist, you can go on Instagram, you can almost go anywhere. Why not? Because renters are on social media, and why wouldn't landlords be on there too? So going out and finding landlords with properties for rent, just pick up the phone and call them. They usually welcome these types of calls because they're always looking for great deals, because most of the time they got to go through realtors and they got to go on MLS. Why not connect with you, the wholesaler? Make sure you vet these people and call them before you get a deal, because it makes your wholesale deals go so much faster. Step number 2 is just good old-fashioned networking. I'm going to break this down to multiple ways to get it done. So one of my favorite ways is just go to what we call a RIA event. And this is a local real estate investors association. This is a group that usually meets once a month, and they talk about wholesaling. They talk about everything real estate related. And the really cool part is it's full of a lot of good cash buyers. Now, they're going to try to sell you a lot of courses and products. It's up to you if you want to do it, but my recommendation is pay the membership or the one time to get in, because they do offer valuable service. And then go early, network, and stay late and network in the lounge, the bar, the parking lot, whatever it is, wherever you feel safe. And guys, cash buyers, there's people you can JV with. There's so many people related in real estate, and I find some of my cash buyers in these groups. Guys, go to your local RIAs. It will pay off huge dividends. The next thing in networking is we often overlook our title companies. Guys, title companies have the pulse on everything going on in real estate, especially in your local market. And here's the really cool part. They know the best cash buyers. They hands down, because they're in their offices all the time. They're buying deals. They know who's looking for deals. They know what areas they're looking for. They know what price points they are. So why wouldn't you just go ahead and utilize your title companies? Guys, this is where you're going to find amazing deals, and it doesn't cost anything. But make sure you help your title company by trying to bring them more business, and in return, they're going to help you get more business. Don't overlook title companies. Some of the best cash buyers are found with my title companies. That leads us to realtors. Oh God, Rick, we're dealing with realtors and wholesaling. Actually, this is where realtors actually have an incredible value to wholesalers, and I've never overlooked this, and neither should you. There's realtors out there that just represent cash buyers. They are basically the buyer's agents for the cash buyer, and they bond a really close relationship with their cash buyers. And what they do is they take the time to find out what they want, the areas they're buying, and the price points, and their speed to close. Does that sound familiar? It's because I really want you to do that. But realtors do one thing very well. They do not like to work for free. So if they're going to invest time and energy into these cash buyers, they want the deal done. So when I have a deal and I find a cash buyer's agent, here's the really cool part is they come out, look at the property, and a lot of times they make the decision for their cash buyers, basically buying it sight unseen, meaning the realtor's seen it, but their cash buyer hasn't. Honestly, these are my favorite types of relationships. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Rick, I have to pay a realtor. The reality is you might have to pay them 3, 5, 6%, whatever it is. But on average, they're going to get you 15% higher than any deal you're going to get on your assignment contract. They're going to close faster. And here's the cool part. You don't get your usual cash buyer's drama with them because the realtor manages it. If the realtor likes the deal, they endorse it, it's done. It's extremely transactional. And for that reason, you guys got to go out and network with realtors that represent cash buyers. It is dynamite. Now, the next tactic is we're going to revert to online hunting for cash buyers. Now, we're going to go past the for rent signs. And what I want you to do is go into groups where you're looking to do your wholesale operation. So if you're doing it locally or virtually, say I was in South Carolina, I was in Charleston, I would look up Charleston real estate investing groups and I would go in there. First of all, I would join the group and I would say hi to everybody and I would follow the rules. Don't go in there and spam. Remember, your job when you network with people physically or online is to provide them value first. They're like, think, well, Rick, how can I provide them value first if I need value from them? Here's how life works. If you help out enough people, if you provide value, you usually get it back 10 times in return. So instead of walking into a room or going online and saying, who's got cash buyers? Say, listen, who needs some help with their business today? How can I be of service to you? How can I help you out? That's it. And when you do that, they feel obligated to reciprocate with you. You've all been in the room where someone goes, give me all your cash buyers, or been in that forum or that Facebook group where someone's just hammering around with cash buyers. Listen, it's the fastest way to get kicked out of there. Nobody wants that person because all they want to do is take, be a giver, and in return, you get things back from you. So I want you to go into these groups and find cash buyers. You're going to get names, email addresses, and occasionally you'll get phone numbers. Scrape that information and assemble it. If they're in a market where you're looking to do wholesaling or you're actually doing it, then take these lists. And here's the most important part. Once you write them down, don't just go stick them in the database. I don't want you to put them in the database till you actually reach out and talk to these cash buyers. Why? Because you're going to verify they're real. Number two, you're going to verify they're actually a cash buyer. I know that sounds shocking. A lot of cash buyers are not really cash buyers. You're going to find out their price points, their areas, and most importantly, that they're the decision makers and they have funds ready to go. At that point, you can decide if you're going to ask for a proof of funds. Guys, you've got to be reasonable when asking for proof of funds. If you don't have any deals to offer, they might not give that to you. So build it in. If you haven't done a deal yet and you're working on your cash buyers list, which is the way I recommend doing it, is say, listen, when I get my first deal under contract, are you okay giving me a proof of funds? Now, some might give it to you right there. That's great. But you've got to be wary of this because some of you guys are demanding a proof of funds, but you won't give any proof that you're doing business. So you've got to understand that push and pull when it comes to that. Before you actually send someone a deal, you have to have a proof of funds. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your deal could be stolen. So reach out into these groups, be polite, offer value first, and then you should get it in return and go find these cash buyers and their information, build a list, and most importantly, vet them, make the phone call. Remember, cash buyers, it's not about quantity, it's always about quality. If you understand that, you'll do very well with this. And last but not least, you can basically scrape through the cash buyer sales in your county, in whatever market you're doing. And one of the easiest ways to do it, because it's kind of hard to pull that stuff on public information, you can go to a list service like listrei.com and you can put in the cash sales for the last 3, 6, 9 months, even a year. I'd rather you do a smaller number, and you can pull up all the properties in that area. You can even pull up price points. It will literally hand you all the cash buyers. And from there, all you have to do is skip trace the information, give them a call. Remember, quality over quantity. I'm not impressed by how many cash buyers you have. I'm impressed by the quality of your cash buyers. If you get 5 to 7 rock solid buyers in any given market, you're going to kill the guy with 5,000 cash buyers. You know why? Because the person with 5,000 that basically has probably 4,900 wholesalers and 100 loose cash buyers, where if you have 5 to 7, you know when you call these people, they want the deal, and it's going to give you speed and convenience on your side as the wholesaler, which is what you need, especially when you're new to wholesaling. Guys, it doesn't matter if you're new or you're a seasoned pro like me, 20 plus years, quality cash buyers make wholesaling so much easier. But you have to take the time, have those conversations, invest the time, find out what they're buying, gather as much intel, and make sure they're ready to strike when your contracts are ready to go. And I'm telling you, your wholesaling business will go a lot smoother. So let me know from which of these options you're using. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can see my next video on wholesaling. This is Rick Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.